What's up, Flomies? Welcome back to my channel. This is something you guys have been waiting for, an updated weanling vlog. So I'm gonna take you through all of the weanlings that have been born thus far. Now, this is a big breeding year. We're expecting a lot of babies, and it's just the first week in April. So we are waiting for a few more babies to be born, but I'm gonna take you through and show you around so you can be a part of the baby pasture and see all of the stuff. Our girl Mona Lisa, the recip mare, is still here, but she's in a separate pasture, so I'm just gonna show you around. These recip mares, if you are brand new to my channel or breeding, these mamas are not the original mamas of the babies. In our industry, we use surrogates because the majority of the mares that we want to breed to, that quality of pedigree, that horse is generally still a performer. She's still working, she's still on the road. So you are gonna see two Puma cat babies out here, while Puma will never carry her own pregnancy because it's just a high risk thing for those horses to do while we ask them to go back and forth into work. So we have the surrogate mares. Now, what's great about these surrogate mares is they are retired from something or otherwise maybe wouldn't have such a great outcome in life. Where with this role, it's kind of revived places where horses that are maybe rescues or don't otherwise have a role in the equine industry can play a really massive, huge role, huge part. They're very, very valuable to us out here in this pasture. So we pay top dollar. We rent each recipient mare for $5,000 for the season. We're responsible for them staying alive, being in great care, being fat and happy. So all of those expenses lay on us. Each recipient mare is known to be a really great mama. She's known to carry and have foals before, and she meets a certain criteria. So everything you see out here will have a baby that's not theirs. Let's go into the pasture.
Fallon Taylor, little lady with a great challenge in front of her. It's his flow, and it's time to go. That flow just ate that one up.
Fallon Taylor's rodeo journey began at the age of 7. With great pride, we welcome Fallon Taylor to the Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Of course, this is the cornerstone of our program, Junie, the mini donkey, that I bought for Alex and I on the side of the road while I was rodeoing. And she's the greatest asset to our breeding program of all time. But in all seriousness, if you're new here, mini donkeys are used to fight off coyotes that try to get newborns in the pasture when they're first born. We are in North Texas, and that is a problem that we have here. And Junie is a killing machine, even though she looks absolutely adorable. See, don't you see those murderous eyes?
Yeah.
She's a killing machine. But seriously, they are really, really hard to beat as far as like deterrence of coyotes. Let's go this way. Baby number one is a Puma Feel the Flow. There are two of these, meaning she double ovulated, which is so cool and can happen in horses. When you flush the embryo from Puma, we flushed it and got two, and we were able to put them in separate surrogate mares, which is really, really cool. And she's walking over to her brother, baby number two, which is a Puma Feel the Flow. Right there, the little sorrels. So Puma had two little sorrels, but the Puma filly, if you notice, is starting to look a little bit bayish, chestnutty, but Hush Money, if you guys remember from a decade ago or like 8 years ago, Hush Money was born sorrel and then turned bay. So right behind the Puma Feel the Flow is a Florari Adios. Adios Pantalones has won over $600,000 and is going to be with us on the rodeo road, which we're very excited about because Trisha is going to kind of follow us as we go from place to place. And we're going to kind of caravan a little bit together just because, you know, we're from the same place and, you know, it's dangerous out here in these streets. So we're going to go to a bunch of places, not together, but just like in the vicinity together. They're at the age now. So these guys were born beginning of the year and they're at the age where they're all starting to play. These recip mares are like, it's like gin pop out here. So the reason that we're not able to get super close is because we foal everything outside and let nature do its thing. I'm not a big believer in having them in stalls and fold out and pulled out and all of those things. I've never found a need for that. All of our babies are born happy and healthy, and I realize that that won't always be the case and that we, like everyone else, will have issues. So no shade to any other breeding program or how you like to do it. This is just how we like to do it and how we've had a lot of success. So let's go take a look at some more babies, see if these recips will let us get a little closer. You guys, I know we're far away, but the most recent birth is this little sorrel baby. It's a knick-knack winner's version and the cutest little thing ever. And it was born 2 weeks ago. So you're looking at 2 weeks, but that recip and that mama right behind her, the black mare and the paint mare, those horses, they have developed an alliance, and it is like the Hunger Games. So they are away from all the other mares. That black mare has not yet foaled, and they have an alliance. Like the paint mare is due to foal in another month or so, and the black mare was due to foal like 2 weeks ago at the same time as the dun mare. So they don't let anybody get near them. Hence why we are 100 yards away trying to shoot video of the babies. Now, quick update for you guys wanting to own one of these. We are going to be selling foals in the fall. They'll be halter broke. We'll do all professional videos and pictures and all of the things and have them weaned off their mamas. We just don't want to send these babies away while they're still on their mama because we're responsible to take care of the recip. And two, we don't like to switch up where they're at. Like we don't even birth them in stalls. So we would prefer not to have them moved around while they're in the herd and learning herd lessons. This is a really important developmental time for them, and so we like to keep them all out here. They're learning pecking order, they're learning respect, they're learning independence, all of the things. I mean, it's similar to people. On the left, the bay and white filly that you see there is a Hush Money Turnpiker's wagon. And on the right, you'll see a little yellow stud colt. He's shedding off to be really dark. That's another Florari Adios. So those two are shedding off. They're gonna be really dark, rich colors. But right now is kind of that ugly duckling phase where the cold snap just ended and they are gonna start turning colors. So I typically don't register them until a couple of months in so I can see what color everything turns. Also, my barrels that were out here for my practice barrels blown away to this fence. And I guess it's not all bad to let barrel babies grow up with barrels around them. They won't be scared of them for sure. All right, so they're all on the move, but that is the Lolo T-Wagon baby. She's a little filly, and she is absolutely gorgeous. I wish these mamas would let us get a little closer for you guys, but they are super not into it, and we don't want to disrupt the herd any more than we already have. But a side note, back to the Hush Money T-Wagon baby, that baby was actually born in a stall. I'll show you guys some of the birth. The reason is we had a hailstorm coming that night and we knew that mama was already dripping wax and was probably going to have her baby. And we were calling for softball and baseball size hail. And we did not want that baby born under those conditions. We do have cover out here, but the way horses go, if you own horses, you know, you could provide them with a padded stall and 3 square meals a day, and they would still find a way somehow to be out in the weather and doing crazy stuff. So we just figured it would be the very best if it was a tornado warning and all the other things that we bring her in. We were at a barrel race. I was watching her every second. I put my phone down, I went to saddle a horse, and I picked my phone back up, and boom, there was that filly. And of course, the stud of the entire gang is Flodios. This is a baby Flo, Adios Pantalones, right there next to an Adios Knick-Knack. And we're so excited about him. Now, I've already pre-sold this colt before he hit the ground to Trisha Aldridge, who trained Puma and Sway. He is shedding off to a really, really, really dark, like chestnut, and that's super exciting. It looks like Adios, in our herd at least, has thrown the really dark, rich Palomino and mixed with baby Flo's like what I call winter red. She's got that just like winter color, like she just wins. And when you mix those two up, it looks like you're gonna get this like really dark, dappled out sorrel or chestnut. So anyway, you see all of them changing colors like around their mouth and their eyes. They're starting to shed. That Adios that's getting himself into all sorts of trouble, chewing on a tree, is turning like really, really dark around the muzzle, which just means like they're gonna be a really gorgeous color. And I'm still not convinced that the Puma Feel the Flow isn't a bay. Like, I'm pretty certain that she is. We'll know when her knees start to shed off if they're black underneath. And like this Hush Money T-Wagon that you see right here, see how light she is? He's homozygous black, which means he's always gonna produce a black base. Bay, black, there's several other different colors that are black based. But I'm pretty sure she's gonna shed off to be a lot darker than that. Also, just so everyone knows, I'm saying shed off in case your captions say I'm saying something else. There's a whole lot of babies out here. There's a whole lot of sorrels and a whole lot of yellows. So hopefully I didn't get them too mixed up or this wasn't too hard to follow. There's more to come also. So I'm really excited about those. Which one's your favorite? And do you have any name suggestions? Like, put them below, please. Help us name these. We always like punny names, and we always love names that will look cool on a t-shirt later. Like, I want to name the Puma baby Feel the Fury. So, you know, feel the flow, Fury time, Feel the Fury. I think that would be super dope name. So should that go to the filly? Should it go to the colt? You let me know down below. And you guys, I think it's time that you get an update on where those yearlings are, the weanlings from last year, and how they're doing. So get ready for that vlog. Make sure to click the notification bell, subscribe so you can see that. I'm gonna be uploading very, very soon. And as you are watching this, just know I am headed down the rodeo road trying to go collect more points, and there's gonna be much more rodeo content coming soon. As always, you guys, don't forget to count your blessings, stay consistent, and say thank you to Jesus. See you next time.